Oh, so this is how you treat...
Of course, though, innit?
Is this how you treat what the YTs?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Listen,
He is absurd.
I just clocked that little anagram like on Twitter when they use YT.
Yeah.
I just thought,
You just
You only just got... My thought it was for YouTube.
whole time, what are you talking about YouTube for? What's going on? This don't even make sense. I knew it meant white person, yeah, but now I'm saying it out loud.
This week, you get
my appendix. Fuck. Man just stretched my appendix. I felt that. My kidneys. Whatever's in that region of physiology. Ow.
That's that comedy
Contemplating.
Grease.
Amen.
Press record.
Read
record. We read record. I'm not saying record.
Sipping some
You know what? I
codeine.
just deep. Skepta did something that's very genius, yeah?
Made a Rolex suit.
No. That's off his resume. Like, I don't even...
No,
I pretend like that.
recognise it.
I
That
don't
was a
pretend...
banger.
I just pretend like that didn't
Stop
happen.
acting like it wasn't a banger.
It didn't happen. It was not a banger. I didn't sweep.
You swept.
Nothing. I didn't sweep nothing.
You swept.
I didn't even know the tune existed until I was an actual full-on adult. Cause
That was crazy. Like I couldn't hear myself think. But yeah,
you're gonna have to turn that off regardless because it will just play. It will continue to play as well.
we'll put a P on that.
324.
No, we're not bringing that to this podcast, please.
Yes, we are. We're pushing podcasts.
Bruv, what? Oh my god. Oh my fucking days, blood.
Pushing P.
Pushing P. No, you know what my favorite line is, yeah?
The song is hard, but just to use it in
That's
normal
the
lingo.
title of this week's podcast, Pushing Podcast.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
My favorite line from that song is Future's line where he's like, she ain't a lesbian, but for P, she's a lesbian. I said, this is so stupid.
It's the beat though. Like when
I know.
These producers deserve 50% because like once the beat comes on, I'm just there. Like sometimes I forget that words are actually playing.
Yeah.
Like I'll get so lost in the beat.
It's almost as if it's music.
For real. It's just the way it makes you feel like.
Shout out to
I
producers.
can't really recite to you Gunna lyrics off the top of my head. Like without hearing them. Does that make sense? But then when the minute the song comes on, like man feels it, man knows what's going on.
Not lyrics. I can recite a cadence though, because I think that's his bread and butter. Cadence and flows and melodies.
That's why I put on my story that I think he's better than Lil Baby. Not bigger than Lil Baby, but better than him.
Who?
Gunna.
Before I do anything.
Just like if it's to look at it as sports and the things that they can do in it, just on the music, like from what they do on their tunes and that, I'd say Gunna's better. But I feel like Lil Baby translates differently. It's weird.
I'm not familiar with like a lot of their discography to really know. I know that I listen to probably more. Do I even listen to Gunna? I listen to like 3 tunes.
Yeah, no, but because you see with me, I'm like
I'm
the
sorry,
same.
I do not know that, man.
That's the honest truth. And Lil Baby, like his features, I listen to a lot of songs where he's featured, but not his actual music.
Yeah.
Like the only people I know that listen to them man are like Somalis and I don't know how to categorize.
I got scared.
No, yeah.
No, the Somali girls love off Lil Baby and all them man. Like they love them off.
Shout out Somali girl.
Yeah, shout out
shout out
Somali
them
girls.
still.
Shout out East
They're funny
Africa.
as fuck. Yeah.
Shout out Africa.
No, they do all have.
Shout out my
They're taking the
peoples.
piss.
They actually, when I deep it, all Somali women have like big personalities. Or the ones I've encountered
Lovely.
anyway.
Yeah,
They
they're
got
very,
lovely big personalities.
Yeah.
That's not a knock.
Do you get it?
But I love that. I love that energy.
Do you get
Do you get it, my nigga?
Allow it, man. Don't do
My
that.
nigga.
Don't do that.
Do you get it, my nigga?
Don't do that.
Can someone press the top right?
That round of applause. That,
It has to be either.
Top left,
so.
top left, top left.
top left. Your left, yeah.
Top left. At the very top.
Press the thing again, babe.
Press the second one then.
And welcome back to Gentrified Radio.
We're back again.
This is where we have a few Uncle Toms.
Factual.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that one you gotta turn off.
That's a banger.
But yeah,
That's a banger.
do you want to do the intro?
The man doesn't even know about the gentrified radio, Darius.
You lot are dumb. No, I listen.
Understand.
No, I
taking
fucking.
Anchor.
Yeah,
there
go
we
on
go.
there. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Let's go
Therefore,
on
on
there.
Anchor still.
Exclusive things after drop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's anchor.com/UE404.
Straight.
And if you don't know, you can actually watch our visuals on Spotify early as well. I don't know if everyone knows that, but yeah, the visuals are there.
Yeah.
Locked in on Spotify.
The visuals, you can see us
So if you don't want to wait for
and our
YouTube,
sexy selves.
just know that you can go to Spotify, because I know
Straight.
you people love Spotify.
See, look at Joe pushing P.
Update your app as well.
I'm pushing podcast, baby.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I had to bring it back. Yeah, no, I had to.
That's the title of today's
I'm doing it for
episode.
gang, innit? Like, yo, even though I hate these niggas just saying pushing P to everything.
You get me?
I just slapped my dad, I'm pushing P. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I woke up pushing P, baby.
yeah, nothing.
hating. Stop hating.
He
Joe,
woke
that
up, had
ain't
a
P.
zoo, fucking had some tea and went back to bed about I'm pushing P, cause
Bro, let's slow this down before we get into our full
sorry,
podcast
yeah,
flow.
sorry,
But
intro.
welcome back to Urban Era 404, the show where we, I guess, elaborate, shine some light on, depict, fucking,
Illustrate.
you know, all them type
Juxtapose.
of adjectives there. we pull apart the mainstream basically
As a
and,
conglomerate.
and try to water it down and provide it to, I guess, people like us, whether that's you look like us or economically from, you know, the working class background or
You think like us. you
yeah,
know?
creatives and entrepreneurial spirits and them things. So yeah, enjoy the episode.
Welcome. Make sure you wipe your feet before you come in as well, please. Thank you.
And
Please
then
and
take
thank
them
you.
dusty shoes off, and then make sure your socks are clean,
Cause it's about to be a good one.
no holes. I don't want to see your dusty toenail through the sock.
But you can bring someone through, just make sure they dust their feet as well.
Yeah,
so
facts. Bring
like,
a friend
share,
along.
subscribe
All
and
of
them
that.
things.
Bring one friend. This in a house party.
If you want to bond with a sweet one over this, you can also do that too.
Yeah,
feel me?
for sure. Our female viewership is slowly, gradually rising.
Yeah, we need to continue.
You know, we don't want to put it all on fly,
Yeah.
but she carrying the
Yeah.
women's right now.
Yeah,
I
she is.
can't
She's doing
catch.
that damn
So
thing,
what we're
we get
saying,
me?
we're bringing back misogyny, yeah?
Wow.
So we have to scare them off.
Bring back.
Whoa.
Where'd it go?
Talk about it.
Oh god damn.
Talk about it.
That's a good point.
But in the house, let's introduce ourselves real quick before we get into the shindigs.
Yes, me, I'm Flyda, I'm Ida, whatever you want to call me. Yeah, I'm Ida. My name's Ida. That's my name. Don't call me Flyda, my name's Ida.
Screaming. He said, "Yeah, y'all ain't gang. If y'all ain't gang, don't call me by my bird call, nigga."
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Who's
I
next?
heard it.
Me? Well, it's DJ in the building.
Thank you, DJ.
I'm in the building, in the room in the building.
in the back.
Thanks for coming, thanks for listening. As I said before, wipe your feet. I wipe mine.
Most dangerous in the house. He
Yo,
said,
this
"Lead by
is-
example." I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow example, wipe my foot, you know what I'm saying? Make sure the crepe are clean and that.
100.
Feel me, it's average Joe, all of that.
Barry Black in the building.
I'm
You
dead.
get me? Average white in the ass. Joe Black in the ass.
We're not making average white a thing. I'm telling you that. My whole tech mind is not even. I'm on a fight right now. Like,
Bruv, Drippy Dro's in the house, you get me, and it's me, myself, CK from Day, aka your favorite, the one and only.
Your shooter.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Your best friend's best friend.
your goat's goat.
You get me? Producer of the house right
Yeah.
now. Director in the house right now. And yeah, we're taking you into greener pastures, so lock and load for this little 30-minute episode we're dropping.
So, who wants to kick us off?
Where do you want to start? Because obviously, when you said, "Are we bringing misogyny back?" Obviously,
Yeah,
it took me to them two niggas.
With Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, them Lion King niggas. Them side row niggas.
You know, I don't even know their names.
I never do
or
I.
the name of the podcast.
It's called Fresh and Fit.
Okay, first.
The Asian one and the side man.
No, apparently Sudanese.
It's Myron.
Really?
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
So he's black.
yeah.
And he used to be a Fed. I seen the paperwork.
Oh my
No,
god.
DJ did the digging.
DJ's been from time when I see you put in the chat, I knew he had something loaded. Then he put the Birdman hands. I said, yeah, he's coming ready for these, man, boy.
I see man was playing hockey, went to this private school thing or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, brother, you came up the good way.
Yeah, but
Nice.
going to, like, speaking from experience, I go to, like, I wasn't private, but pretty close in it, yeah. I understand now why he's like that.
Why?
I fully get it.
Break it down for us, man.
Because it's like, obviously, we're all
Survival
products
of
of
the fittest.
environment.
Wait,
innit?
what's our stances on these guys as well?
They're clowns.
He's a bird.
Facts. Chatty patty.
Both of them are birds. From when I saw the other one's nose, I said, that's a nasty nigga. I said,
Sigma.
I can't trust
Sigma
that.
males.
Like, the way his nose is pointed up, I said,
beta.
I'm screaming.
when your face just constantly looks like you smelt your own fart.
Oh my God.
I can't, bro.
Oh my
He
God.
looks like-
What are you saying? His top lip stinks?
You know, the Sideman makes me sad the most because it's like,
The black you.
yeah.
Probably, yeah.
No, they're both basically.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so obviously I'm seeing the head nodding and the yeah.
Yeah, he don't speak for himself, does he?
Yeah.
He just rides for gang, innit?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He is not representing Barbados well, I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
Bayesian. Oh,
I'm not
golly.
gonna lie.
Golly. But
The
yeah.
Bayesian king.
I don't
But-
really know how to unpack that one because it's like you don't see many examples of that in the UK. At least I can't think of any times that's happened in the UK. Remind me if there has been, but it's so blatant. Like to always be screaming, oh, it's colorism. Like that's blatantly what it was.
Yeah, facts.
It was just a bit mad. So the story is there were two ladies that came onto that podcast. One of them being Asian Doll, and then on another occasion or another episode, it was Instagram. I think she's a model or she does gym and all of them sort of things. She's got her own like
What's her name?
Brittany.
Renna. Yeah, she's,
I thought she did the PL.
yeah. I don't know all the tea on that girl, but there's obviously she's always
notorious.
she's always in
thought
them
she did the
gossip.
Pinot.
No.
She
No,
basically,
no.
her story is basically
She bluffed the thing.
She got why she got big again.
see it with
She
Tiana
got
Taylor and that.
she got a basketball player. Well, she got pregnant for a basketball player, and she was basically hinting at the fact that she only like took his for the peas because obviously he's a
Oh,
basketball player.
that's
The
so
contract's
sad.
nice and that. Yeah, so obviously that's why she
sad.
blew up again in it, and then she blew before that because she did a tell-all book of all the niggas she fucked in the industry.
She's known for
Glorified
like
snitch.
in the rapper ball player.
Yeah, groupie circles. Yeah.
I just knew her from time ago, just being an Instagram model.
Yeah.
She used to do up,
Yeah,
she used to
that's
do up
it, yeah.
gym and all them sort of things.
Yeah,
so
facts.
she was.
Don't forget your story, the original.
Yeah.
But don't forget,
she-
the premise and that.
There was the episode with Asian Doll. What's the brother's name again?
Myron or Fit.
Okay, yeah.
Fresh, fit.
Yeah, okay. So this dude gets all hot over a comment Asian Doll must have made. She called him mean or something along those lines.
Yeah, it was mean.
Something light in it. Something that was probably warranted. Yeah.
Facts. It was definitely warranted.
And he gave her the nastiest attitude. It was ridiculous, and she rightfully walked off the show.
He's very sassy, isn't he?
Yeah, and she was very careful. Like I even watched through the clip, and she was very careful to not
Tip his ego.
yeah, and to not give the response that he wanted. Like he was trying to get her vexed.
See, I told you. You
He
see how
was
black
trying-
woman is?
yeah.
See how dark-skinned
He
woman
was really
is?
trying to get her vexed, and she stayed calm, and she just literally just casually walked up and left the room.
That was Queen movements. Good on you.
Because and it's just I watched that thinking she had every right to pop the fuck off. Like he was being very, very rude. It infuriated me watching it, so I can't imagine what it was doing to her.
100. I'm not shocked that someone actually pulled up and said, "I'm gonna blast the fuck out
How
of you."
can you have someone? Anyways, yeah. So
And then
that was
explain
just
the-
ridiculous. So
the
then
Brittany Renna
so then
thing.
now, so that happened, and then on another occasion, he was still doing some bitch nigga shit, and he got called out for it by Brittany Renna, who is I don't know if she's fully black and she's just lighter skin, or she's actually like half black, half white, or whatever her mix is.
Yeah.
But she is of a lighter complexion, and basically drew the man out like fully, and it was probably. How would I even describe it?
It was satisfying.
Do you know what that is, though?
It was the complete opposite reaction to what Asian Doll had given,
talk about
and
it.
yet
Talk
he
about
was
it.
completely silent.
And he was stuttering, so
But I
it's
think
fun.
the great thing about that was they weren't on their own podcast with that one. I think they were on Axe podcast.
Yeah, there was.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was no power for them to just.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Neutral
respond.
self.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Because
know
Axe
that.
not kicking you off.
Yeah.
Axe not kicking Brittany Renna off.
100.
Podcast.
Hey,
Crazy.
hey, let's speak. Let's
For
speak.
you niggas?
Yeah.
For you niggas, hell no. But I've seen them do that behavior on their own podcast, where kicking girls out for just interrupting or
Yeah,
stuff like that.
you talk too
And it's
much.
like-
Break the rules, baby.
It's like
It's my house.
it's people talking. You invited 20 people on the podcast at the
Imagine.
same time, and then expect everyone to just
Whenever
not
I speak.
talk. That even happens with us.
Yeah.
And you
A
like,
normal conversation, isn't it?
Myron is the mouthpiece of the podcast. You can tell.
I'm assuming that's not the black brother.
No, this
that's
is
the Sudanese
This is
brother.
Timon, yeah.
But he's black.
Timon.
Oh, sorry,
the
I just
mouthpiece.
did the exact same thing you did. Let me.
I'm interested
Yeah.
to know whether like that's something any of you man have witnessed in a real life. Like has there been a girl who is, I guess, more conventionally attractive, lighter skinned, whatever, and she's moved mad or is doing something, saying something that would typically piss you off, or that would typically piss off someone, and there's just been a lack of vim,
No one said-
or do you know what I mean? Like I'm interested.
Well,
More
because-
leeway.
Obviously,
Pretty girl
when we
privilege.
started,
Yeah.
that definitely exists. But obviously, I'm
80% of men.
because of what you lot said about how we grew up in school and stuff. Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Joe.
if you're going to like from an example, yeah, for me the opposite happened in it. So obviously, in them type of environments, you're gonna hear a lot of stuff. Oh, she's pretty for a black girl, or yeah, she's nice, but she's a bit dark in it. Like you're gonna hear that a lot in it. But for me, I don't want to tear down no one in it. But to me personally, I've always loved black women in it. So when like they're telling me this girl's attractive compared to like a black girl, for example, I'm not seeing it because I'm saying, oh, the
I'm
black
not
girl's
having
laying in it. I'm not having it. So even like to the point where if we went motives, I wouldn't chat to girls like because there was no black girls in there. Like I would have fun, not to like. And I'm not saying I'm not being interactive, but just personally, I wouldn't move to no one in it. So obviously, from his standpoint, he's probably for acceptance from the man them. He's probably allowed himself to say, yeah, cool, to fit in. Yeah, you're right. She's only pretty because she's pretty for a black girl, but she's darker. Like, so it's not really my vibe, innit? So you end up tricking yourself into thinking that's cool, that's normal, and then that's why they
It's
probably
normal to hear.
Yeah, to hear. So now when he's going out into the world now, he's thinking that's normal. Yeah, white things are the pinnacle of beautiful women. All of that malarkey, but he doesn't know himself that it's probably some sort of response to the environment that he was in when he was younger. Because I'm sure when he was younger, he didn't feel that way. That's just pressure. Because at the end of the day, man, them are gonna, when you're younger, you're gonna flock to what the majority of man them that look cool are doing. Regardless if you like it or not, it's because you're just scared of missing out, and it's the FOMO thing, innit? So, yeah, I can see exactly why he's like that. I can't speak for the other brother, I don't know his background, the Bayesian brother, but for the Sudanese brother, that makes a lot of
I
sense.
don't think that's even like, because it's evident from like for example, like all the tweets and things that have popped up from certain individuals' pasts and whatnot, that's how one would like used to think and used to operate in the past, and it's not how they operate now. So someone like him in his big age to still carry those, what are they, prejudices, like, do you know what I mean, into your big age, it's like seeing the difference in respect that is given to someone that is of a darker complexion compared to, it all boils down to like, I'm not this is my theory, I'm not attracted to you, so I'm not going to respect you.
Yeah, facts. A lot of men move
Because
like that.
you're pretty and because I potentially fancy you, I'm not going to speak to you any type of way, or I'm not going to give a certain reaction.
It's about the way
That's
these
what
guys
I
view
got from
women
that.
as well. Yeah, they view them as sexual objects. You can
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
from like, because I've been aware of these niggas for a long time.
Yeah.
They pretty much, their whole like ideology is women are made to be sexual objects of men. They're made to be caregivers for our children and all that.
And that's it.
All that shit. And
Yeah.
that's it. There's no agency. There's no autonomy. There's no like personal like anything for the women in my
Your
life.
value belongs there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think they said as well, they were talking about how
Cars,
they're not-
mileage.
Yeah. Cars, mileage, all that shit.
You wouldn't buy a Ferrari if it had 1 million miles on it.
He had,
be stupid.
he had the blue cap emoji on his
Remember
head.
your point, yeah? But you know what's so mad? Because like, you see how you brought up two things, like you brought up cars and women, and if you deep like marketing and that, that's the two things we ever get marketed like in that, like women are viewed, have the same value in like them type of guys' eyes as a whip.
They literally
like how niggas name their cars after women. They name yachts after women. You understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't hear a brother with a yacht name it SS
Bruno.
Yeah, like you wouldn't hear that, bro, unless he was like a football fan and he'd done that specifically.
that's true,
But a lot of the time, great things are normally like compared to women, like from what men like, innit? So if I got a nice car, I'm gonna name it after a nice pretty woman. Got a nice boy, I'm gonna name it after a pretty woman.
She's a beauty, ain't she?
Yeah.
But it's I believe it's only an issue when you cannot separate the fact that they're actually genuinely just not objects.
Yeah, but a lot of men can't.
This is what I'm saying though. It
That's
comes off like that. Like
that
you can obviously
has to
be
be
like,
uprooted.
yes, I'm proud. I'm proud of this situation. Just like someone can do it for you. You know, you're a very important possession, or you're a very valuable person to this person, or whatever. That's normal. That's fine. You know, and having that comparative quality is fine. It's the fact that when you can't separate it, and suddenly if this person does not behave like this object, you have fucking.
Now you're vexed.
Made like for like, you're lost, you're rattled.
It goes back to the thing of what we said like 2 weeks ago and that we did together, yeah. That when you go on socials, a lot of the time, respect for women, especially black women, only comes under the guise of relationships. So like, I clock that a lot of men will say, yeah, I love black women, but it's only because they're pretty.
But these men wouldn't even want a relationship with black women. They've said that.
This is what I'm saying.
They've said that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm
I'm
taking it from them. I'm just saying in general, in a general sense. Like you feel me? Like I don't look at it like maybe because obviously I grew up differently in it. Like and there's just a bag full of women in my family. Yeah? So obviously, not that they taught me through like no, you have to. It's just like certain things I wasn't allowed to do just stuck with me as I got older. Like you know what I'm saying. So it's like in my head I don't look at it as like I'm only respecting this woman because I'm attracted to her. I'm respecting her because I've just been taught
because of who
actions.
she is.
Yeah. It's like she's a woman, so you have to respect it. Like if a woman gets naked in front of you, turn around. Just dumb shit. Don't go into a woman's room without knocking. Like just stuff like that. You have to kind of teach.
Being mindful of when they're on their period, all those little things.
Like just little things, just actually.
I'll be like, no, she moving mad.
Yeah,
no,
she didn't. What? She didn't choose to be on the period, but she's coming to link you. Like it's just her body. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like obviously, for me, like obviously, I'm not gonna say I was perfect. Like when I was growing up, and I was just this soulful.
Never. It was all a bit.
Yeah, it was all
selfish.
It was all murky. Like, but obviously, you should get to a point where you deep it and think like, raw, like. At some point, I looked up, I got 3 sisters. I look up, I got a single mum. Most of my aunties are single mums. I'm like, okay, at some point, I have to now just start respecting women for women.
FYI, we're breaking this down for men, obviously.
Yeah, because it's like, I can't say, yeah, fuck these niggas when it comes to my mum, my aunties, my sister, and then I'm going to do the same thing with other people's mums, sister, aunties, this, that, and that. So it's like, I have to move in a certain way, even if it makes me look mad. I got to move in a certain way for my morals and values, innit? Do you get it? Because it's like, at the end of the day,
and I agree. And that's not even to say I've moved that way all the time.
Yeah.
But it's about sometimes when you make missteps, you recognize that's a misstep and don't do it again. Like sometimes the best apology is
change behavior.
I think all times it's change behavior as opposed to being like, anyway, she was a bitch. We'll find someone that's not a bitch. With these exact same
and don't try and blame the person that you've like victimized for your actions. It was you that committed those actions.
Because that kind of behavior is like sweeping
sweeping
something under the rug, as opposed to uprooting the actual issue and then like just having that change your behavior towards women or towards the people you previously had.
How can I change it if I'm not wrong? You know,
if I don't think I'm wrong,
a lot of niggas don't think they're wrong.
You know,
sometimes it takes someone calling you out, or there's just you're humbled. You're humbled in some way. Do you know what I mean? I think even with that episode, I was also shocked as to like nobody saying anything. Like nobody, even the girls that were sitting next to her, there were a bunch of. Not like there was like no one. Were any of them her friends or like did she come on her own?
I think she came with a girl next to her. I think they have girls in their first dates, no?
Because if that was me, if I was a friend that had pulled up with her, I'm walking off with you.
Yeah,
but you know what it is when there's an authority figure. Sorry, Darius. When there's an authority figure. Or quote unquote, the authority in the room is this particular thing. It's hard if you're not mentally there to actually like be the person to be like, oh, I'm against the grain as well, actually, because now you're put in a line of fire.
Or knowing that my friend who, for example, is Asian doll and probably knows she can't, but is choosing not to pop off. I'm popping off for you. Who am I? I ain't got nothing to lose.
No, but that's why
in that situation, because I think in that moment there was no allyship from nobody on that, and that was what hurt as well watching it.
Yeah, but the great thing about the way Asian doll handled it,
I got a question for you.
Was like being calm and that, because he's just making him look more and more like a dickhead. Like I said before, he does this all the time. Like this is not new behavior from him on that podcast.
Okay.
Not to say I've watched a full episode because who can be asked, but yeah. But she handled it like, okay, cool, I'll leave. Like, because at the end of the day, she had the leverage. I'm like I'm more popping than you.
Yeah.
You need me for this episode
You
to
need
pop
me
off.
for
That's
the
why
clout.
it's weird
You've
energy.
used me for the clout to get your little 5 minutes off again.
Yeah.
And then now you've used Brittany. You got torched by Brittany Renna.
Yeah.
Man said the bad up to.
Yeah, because not to cut you off here, because obviously, because when she said you see, like, if I call you a bitch ass nigga, like, see, that does something for me. The way I could see his chest tighten up. He didn't know what to say. He said, you know that white people, you know that white person,
At the mouth in
you
the
know that
spirit.
white person smile that they do when they see like a bunch of niggas across the room when they're nervous.
Yeah.
That's what he did. I said, you're uncomfortable. I love this. I
did the
love
okay, buddy.
this.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Because then
Okay,
she was
buddy.
like, then he was like, and then when he was trying to say that you're not that special, he said it mad quiet.
Yeah.
He said, you're not that special. She was like, what does that do for you? I was like, Roy, you're actually folding.
Because if I said it to you, I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, because it is an even playing field, guys. Patriarchy is all something that, men and women actually band together to keep thriving and that. But if it becomes a thing where everyone in the space actually realizes it's just an equal thing, it falls apart, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But this is why them getting badded up is so beautiful, because it exposes their worldview, because it's just childish shit. It's nothing that actually, like, how they think, is not transferable into the real world anymore. And you could tell it's just guys who are used to this way realizing they're losing their spot.
What is the difference? I was going to ask you. What is the difference, do you think, between the girls that don't decide to stand up for that person or that girl or that's actually going against the grain compared to the actual person that's deciding,
To keep quiet.
As in, the difference between somebody that pops off and then someone like Asian Doll who remained calm and quiet.
No, as in the difference between when Asian Doll or whoever is being the victim or being victimized
And you're spectating.
and then the spectators.
Yeah, how do you feel about the spectators not? I guess he's saying, how do you feel about the spectators not like backing it? Because obviously you said you'd back it. That's you personally.
I said that was
Or is that what you're asking? I don't know.
I'm not even asking. I'm literally asking what do you think the difference is between the spectators and Asian Doll or the people that actually back Asian Doll? Those types of people.
Oh, are you saying mentality?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, yeah.
We don't even know if the girls that were watching might have agreed with Asian Doll, but
I didn't see none of them say shit, boy.
But they might not have had
the balls.
It's the same.
supposed
It's
to
the
say
same.
something like
It's
that,
the
but yeah.
same.
It's personality.
You can
really.
translate it to something that maybe you guys might understand or resonate with. So your beef's about to pop off, and you're at a club or wherever, and you're with your boys, and let's say one of them or however many of them are looking like they're not really trying to back it. Yeah, or
Physical
like,
altercation versus verbal, but go on.
Verbal. It's all violence.
Okay.
In my eyes, because that was
against gang.
violence to me.
Yeah, I feel you.
It definitely is.
That was violence.
Yeah.
Racial violence, to be specific.
Colourism
So
violence.
so in that situation, if I am your friend or I'm a woman that's there witnessing that, and you don't back it or you don't say something, I'm looking at you type of way. I'm judging you.
Yeah, Chris, I don't think
100% I'm judging you.
you can really expect that from
You're being idle in the presence of violence.
Yeah, but
and
low-key, that's what they're there for. They're because I deep like they have them the girls that they attract. They have them in the background.
Yeah, birds.
For for aesthetics.
Birds.
So they're never ever gonna say
if I make
anything.
a joke, you better laugh.
They might-
What
Yeah.
you there for?
Yeah.
Or at least
They're there
kiki
to
or
make
something.
them look like what they're saying is actually
correct.
validated.
Yeah.
So obviously,
Because
like,
he could just
And
be
that,
like,
do you know that's so it's so
Corny.
opposite of what
That's-
the core of who I am is. Like I don't laugh at a man's joke just because
He's a man.
Do you know what I mean? No, if it's a shit joke, I'm gonna tell you it was shit.
facts. And that reverse for the man them, I don't do that with pretty girl either. If you're not funny, you're not funny.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Sorry, like
I might tell you.
oh, wait, no, it's not even a funny girl because man, them don't put funny with pretty girls. If you
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you don't have the personality, that also applies to your prettiness. It
Yeah,
makes you less pretty.
Facts.
Because we don't look at pretty girls and be like, oh yeah, she's not funny then, obviously.
Facts.
You know, I can't have her.
The joke didn't bang.
No,
not like that, but that's what I mean. Like
it's more like-
personality, personality.
Because you know guys that are, you know, it will speak to a pretty girl even if she says okay or
she's
hi.
dry bones.
You know the ones, hi.
Of course.
Hey,
of course.
You know the ones there, guys will try and force through that one.
Niggas are going through hell just because they want to look
brick walls.
They don't want to, just so they can look sick on Insta. They don't know nothing about the girl they're chatting to, but they will therefore come on Insta to say they got a better B than you.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But the way they
that fits in with the Fresh and Fit man.
Yeah, the Fresh and Fit man, the way they handpick their guests is so that they won't rebuttal
too much.
Like, too much. They might have the opposite point of view or opposite opinion, but when it comes to actually, like when shit's going down and when they need to be their personality types and be dickheads, no one's going to say, oh, that's wrong. What you did is wrong. No one's going to stick up for other people because that's personality type. They're not confrontational like that. And that's like a real like conservative like debate tactic where they get people that maybe they're not like clued up on all the facts maybe, or they're using anecdotal like opinions, so they can just say, oh,
as fact, disguised as fact.
No. Oh. This is the girls that they bring.
Oh, I see.
And then they bring their facts or just like handpick like stats and stuff, and then just rattle it off, and it makes them look smart. And
no sources.
No sources. No actual like context to the studies.
Yeah.
No, but my guy the other day, I seen him and he told me that look, white girls are better than black girls.
48% of people have got a divorce. But why?
Can you see how these black women talk to other black men?
But they're disputing, and they don't even, and they're disputing the fact that 80% of black men are actually married to black women. So all of that one fact alone just disputes everything these men
Them
say.
niggas are in that 20% and they can stay there.
Yeah,
Stay with my black queens. Stay with my black queens.
Hey,
please.
one other thing, just to stick on to similar men like Fresh. Did you see what Kevin Samuel said about if you're not trying to?
I don't know what anything
if you're not
that
trying
man
to,
said.
he said,
I don't know a damn thing.
He said, yeah.
I haven't seen it
He said
either.
to women, yeah, if you're not trying to beat, do not go out on dates past 5 p.m.
Oh fuck!
I said,
Wait,
what?
He really gets that shit out his arse, man.
Bro,
That's so
I think he wakes up in the morning.
He thinks of a
has
theory.
an epiphany.
A
Yeah,
new theory.
I'm going
He
to
said,
my
"How can I
platform
spin it?"
today. Yeah,
You see, if you're over 75 kg, don't leave your house. Why are you eating? Why are you eating?
Like say tick women ain't over 75 kg.
You know what?
It doesn't make no sense, bro.
As if it's not a human function to eat.
Have you seen that they put out that video like when he first like started popping off of him like around some women and look how he was so nice.
Oh my
It was like, oh, so this is how you
Of course,
treat.
though, innit?
This is how you treat what the YTs.
Yeah.
Listen,
He is absurd.
Oh, I just clocked that little anagram like on Twitter when they use YT.
Yeah.
I just thought,
Oh, you just
Yeah,
go.
you just clocked. You only just clocked. My thought it was for YouTube. Whole time, what are you talking about YouTube for? What's going on? This don't even make sense.
I knew it meant white person, but now when I say it out loud, I'm like, oh shit.
You gotta do the YT, but no caps, no respect.
But to close off here. To close off here. That's funny that you had that epiphany.
Like, really? We went silent for him as well. We're such good friends. It's crazy.
Every time I'm reading it, so I'm just like, YT. I'm not even clocking.
Yeah, so to round off, I just feel like
Oh man,
obviously
that was amazing, bro.
yeah, your brain is funny, fam.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like I feel like obviously right now there's just this whole like shit on women campaign to make money in it from men, and we definitely need to throw it away because like you know what I've like as much
Women
as
are coming.
as much as I think, yeah, social media is like the loud minority, yeah.
Good.
As much as it is the loud minority, it has such a massive effect that we actually kind of have to get rid of these, man.
Especially if you're in the bubble.
Yeah.
Because I want to be a house husband.
Facts.
But
Please.
it's not as easy
I don't mind.
as getting rid of them
Yeah,
because
of course.
when there are
Facts.
systems and
Facts.
And they're getting
institutions in
paid.
place,
Yeah.
It's perpetual.
Yeah.
because it's not you won't
Yeah.
only be getting rid of
Sorry.
Kevin Samuels, you have to get rid of there's like I remember
A whole group of them.
watching an episode
youths.
of I forgot what
The
podcast it
Rebels.
was, but it's Kevin Samuels and the kind of
The babies he's
people
birthed.
the people that have businesses or channels like Kevin Samuels teaching women how to like be more feminine
Yeah.
and how to attract a specific type of men and all them sort of things. Like, I see it all as one.
Community.
It's like you're
saying
telling
now.
women that you're basically not good enough.
See what I was telling you
constantly,
about
or
black
like how
Tories.
you are. You have to be a certain type of woman. You have to look a certain type of way,
So
be a
cringy.
certain way, and this and that in order to attract men.
So-
and it boils down to that essentially.
I don't see.
Patriarchy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Last
think.
year, I was talking about black Tories. This is it.
This is a genuine like pure thought, yeah. But how do we work like in a healthy way against that? Obviously, we haven't really got much time, because I'm thinking if there are women that actually are looking for this type of content, it's surely something we have to rewire from basically childhood and that.
It is. It's deeper than deep. Like, do you know what it is? It's gonna take.
Ignoring
It's
It will
gonna
take a lot of
it's gonna
generations
take-
to get rid
so
of.
like, for example,
Because there are active women literally waiting and begging for this guy
these
to give
type of man.
advice.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I don't know what the solution
It's-
is,
it's
man. There's only
conflicting.
it's easy to talk
let's
about. and
round this off
discuss.
as well. We've got like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and analyze and
Amazing
pick it
episode.
apart. But I guess it requires us in a woman, like in a woman's life. Sorry, it requires a certain like enlightenment to kind of realize that
I agree with that.
it's like
She said real quality.
I
Yeah.
can't seek
True
the love or
women.
validation from another man, be it a black or
Facts.
white person. Like, it
Facts.
don't matter what kind of man it is. I have
Facts.
to rate myself first and
Facts.
carry that throughout my life.
Because you know what I deeped here, like just to say this quick point, because I clocked here, women that carry themselves a certain way,
So you deserve.
Thank you.
women that carry themselves a certain way keep their standards in it, like, and don't fold.
Yeah.
They get rid of a lot of the bullshit,
Yeah.
because now niggas can't sway them with the charisma
And that's what
the,
scares niggas.
Yeah, that's what. But I love
And
that
even the
personally.
money.
I love that personally
This
because
is what scares niggas.
Exactly.
But to be honest, I love that personally because to me that tells me that you care about the quality of men you have in your life, innit?
No gimmicks. Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Who are you
saying?
as a person?
See that Brittany Renna response?
Yeah.
That was basically like that. It's like a litmus test. Like, okay,
Yeah.
if
And
I'm,
she
if-
rattles a lot. Go on, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
So if I'm secure in myself, I believe in myself, I have value in myself, and obviously I'm someone that other people see value in. What about you? Now man are thinking, man's a man, innit? But
Yeah.
And as problematic as people might view her and the things she says and does may be wrong, but she's someone
getting to it.
she rates herself.
Yeah,
And
facts.
you see that in how she talks, and you see that in how she carries herself on social media and whatnot, but she rates herself. I don't know about her life or whether in real life she feels that way or how insecure she really is behind the cameras and behind Instagram and whatnot. But boy, on Instagram and Twitter and on podcasts, she is rating herself.
She lives in her shit, yeah.
Yeah.
She ain't hiding
So-
from the shit.
Tap that applause button again.
Yeah,
please,
man.
Because what the hell?
I mean,
Yeah.
which one is
Yeah,
it?
Second
yeah,
left,
the second
the second
left.
left.
it's labeled, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For sure.
I really tried to do the
And then
bootleg.
touch that again.
Yeah.
Touch that again.
Touch it again so they can see.
And there's a volume button
no,
there
I think
as
it
well.
turns
Turn
off.
that off. Yeah. Turn that off. Oh.
No, it's calm.
Oh yeah.
I don't turn off still.
Too much applause. Because
Yeah.
there's never too much.
You
But
get me?
no, man. I feel like like you said, it's a generational thing, innit?
Yeah.
It is. Like, so for example, like
Big up the King K's in the world, the Kim Kardashians, the Brittany Rennas and that. We laugh at them, we mock them, but man, them are beating their meat. Man, them are excited for the situation and all them things there. Man, them are looking at these moves and they're keeping themselves afloat. Kim K is making business. Brittany Renna is making her books. She's coming on these shows making her business. And there's many women like this, but obviously...
Shout out to anyone who's not putting, or especially women that are not putting their value of who they are in who they're dating.
facts.
This is not,
And shout out
it's
to
not
the
the same
women
thing.
on their journey trying to figure out who they are at their core, innit? Because I know that's a very tough journey, even for men too, but shout out the women doing it because I can see how very difficult it is in this day and age.
Facts.
Of the way women are policed with their bodies.
We're
and
bigging
all
up the
that
women
shit.
right now because patriarchy exists.
And we're bigging up the black women too. 'cause
Facts.
it's
Of course. I only speak...
infinitely harder
Personally,
to
fact,
I'm
navigate.
only
through
really
life.
speaking on the black women, I'm not gonna lie. I love you.
I
love you so much.
The stick out tongue emoji.
And for the person that's got me in the doghouse, man, allow me. Let me get out, man. I'm tired of
Please,
being
let
next to
him
you.
out.
Let me
He's
out,
not even
man.
in the
No.
doghouse. He's
I'm on top of the yard like
Snoopy.
Snoopy.
No,
because please.
you need the speakers. You need to be outside the crib.
Baby, come back.
No,
You probably deserved it.
I've been
innit?
on damage control. Now, I'll let you know off cam what it is, because your woman's perspective, innit?
He did.
I did, yeah, I did.
Is you FBI?
But I love you, man. I love you, mama. I love you. Take me back. Take me back. I'm trying to sing for you.
Man, that's amazing.
But yeah, man.
Let's round it off, guys. It's been an
That was
amazing
a fucking
episode.
great episode.
Yeah, it was.
Obviously, love for everyone tuning in. Obviously, we had Flyder in the house, Ida, CK from Day, CK, DJ, my nigga, myself, Joe.
Yeah.
Tell them know how they can catch us, man.
Catch us on YouTube at UE44, all the socials at UE44.
Instagram, Facebook.
TikTok
No, we ain't got no Facebook.
Yeah, we do, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We got that TikTok too, nigga.
We got that Meta.
We got LinkedIn, and then also, obviously, get onto the Anchor, innit?
Anchor,
The link is in our
$2.99.
bio. You can subscribe for exclusive content. It's also our link for all our episodes. So make sure you tune into that still, because we got
It's a meal
exclusive
deal.
content coming, man. It's cheap. It's not even that expensive.
It's not that expensive. You buy that dead sandwich from
Subway and them things there.
bro.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you can actually support something that's physical. You can see the effects of what your support is
Yeah,
doing.
exactly.
Bro, for £4.
We're not Spec Nation.
Literally.
We're not trying to finesse your piece.
I've waited these
You're
men
gonna
will
see where the
improvements.
money's going for real.
Literally. So man,
So give it to us.
literally like, share, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see us.
Thank
very
you,
soon
guys.
Still, peace.
Scoodoodoo.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Purr.
Pushin podcast, baby.
This guy's so slick with it. I didn't clock that he'd already muted everything. This guy's dumb. Yeah, that was a good episode. I got a zoo.
We got Zoots too.
Love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm picking off your guy now still.
You want food this week?
I'm picking off your guy
You
now.
want food this week?
Swear down.
Okay. I'm joking.
Does he?